Hello, and welcome to the Calm Portal, where every story is a gateway into deep and peaceful rest. Tonight, we follow Emilia, a winemaker's daughter, through the twilight vineyards of Tuscany, where time moves slow like honey and rest is the sweetest harvest of all. So as you close your eyes and soften into the surface beneath you, allow your body to gently stretch and find its own relaxing position, allowing your arms and legs to find their own comfort as you settle in for tonight's sleep story. And when you are ready, take a few slow and easy breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, releasing any lingering debris from the day gone by. And as you slowly become aware of the gentle rise and fall of your chest, let your mind drift now to the rolling hills of Italy, where the air is soft with the fragrance of crushed grapes and wild rosemary. Dawn has sprung, and Emilia walks to the crossroads where she planted the bud late last night. The earth beneath her feet is damp with dew, the air sweet with wild rosemary. As she turns the corner, Emilia is surprised to see that the bud has grown into a mysterious new vine overnight. The new vine is not like the others. Emilia knows this before she even touches it. When she crouched down to inspect the vine, a single grape fell into her hand. The grape lay heavy in Emilia's palm. Warm, though the morning is cool. She studies the grape curiously. It was round and plump, just like any other grape from the vineyard. Yet something was definitely different. A faint glow pulsed around the grape, a visible energy, as if it were breathing all on its own. Is it safe? She wondered. The vine it came from shouldn't even be there, at least not overnight. Emilia hesitated, but, like always, curiosity had been her weakness, and so she ate it. At first, nothing happened. The grape tasted ordinary, just maybe a touch sweeter than the rest. And then all of a sudden, a soft buzzing began in her hands, and then her feet, similar to when she used to get pins and needles in her legs from sitting cross-legged for too long. She looks down. Her fingertips blur at the edges. Emilia wonders if her vision is blurring or just a trick of the mind. She looks around at the vineyard, which is also now shimmering with waves of light as the rows of vines gradually melt into one another, forming one big green wave which is now headed rapidly towards her. Emilia shuts her eyes tight. This isn't real. She braces her stomach and puts her hands over her face, slowly counting to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She opens them and is immediately smacked in the face with thick and sticky air of humidity, the scent of diesel and lemongrass sharp in her nose now. The vineyard is gone. Instead, neon signs glow in a language she's never read before. Their reflections shimmering in rain-slick streets, a motorbike weaves past, its horn blaring, and a hand clamps around her elbow, yanking her onto the sidewalk. Jesus, watch out! A guy in a sweat-dampened I Heart Bangkok t-shirt steadies her. "You okay? Those scooters don't stop for anyone." Emilia blinks up at him, his sunburned nose, the camera dangling from his neck. "Where am I?" Her voice cracks. "You're shaking. First time in Bangkok?" The crowds freak everyone out at first. A vendor shoves a skewer of grilled meat under her nose. The smell should repulse her. Instead, her mouth waters. The man laughs. "Yeah, that'll wake you up. Come on, let's get you off the street." As he leads her towards a small juice stand, Emilia glances around, struggling to keep her mouth closed as if mouthing a silent wow. The man follows her gaze. "Crazy, right? They call it the city that never sleeps." He hands her a coconut. "Here, you look like you need this more than me." She takes it. The water inside is refreshing, anchoring her to this impossible moment. Around them, the night market pulses, sizzling woks, laughter, the tiny speakers of a massage parlor playing 90s pop. The man is talking, but Emilia barely hears him. Her attention snags on something behind his shoulder. Between the stalls, down a narrow alley, choked with plastic stools and steaming pots, a familiar shape twists up a telephone pole. A vine, like the one from her vineyard, a tendril stretches towards the adjacent street like a pointing finger. "And that's when I realized my hostel was actually a brothel," the man laughs, wiping his forehead. "And you're not listening, are you?" Emilia opens her mouth to answer, but instead she grabs his wrist and pulls him into the current of bodies ahead of them, her eyes locked on the vine's leaves as they point down a dark and narrow alley. Tourists jostle past stalls of skewered scorpions and counterfeit Rolexes. The man, still hanging on slightly amused but also confused, shouts, "Hey, you sure you're okay? I don't even know your name," half laughing as he stumbles after her. "Emilia," she calls back, without actually turning around. "Nice, I'm Jamie," he yells, relieved to label his abductor. The alley spills into a cramped courtyard where ropes strung with fairy lights glisten above, and men in vests slap money into each other's palms. They both stop at the large entrance where a sign above reads Muay Thai. Jamie whistles. "Damn, this is a local spot. Tourists don't usually find it." They head inside and grab a seat as two boys circle each other in the ring, no older than 12, one spinning and landing a kick into the other's ribs, which makes the crowd roar. Jamie leans in. "They start fighting at 5 or 6 here," he says. "The families sell their kids to camps young, win fights, send money home." Emilia wipes condensation from her brow. The victor bows to his trainer, his grin bright under the fluorescent lights, but his eyes are hollow like a doll's. "They look happy," she murmurs. Jamie snorts. "Oh, just good at pretending." He nods to the corner where an older boy presses a bloodied towel to his nose. "That one? His dad was a fighter, his granddad too. By the time he could walk, his hands were already taped." The boy catches Emilia staring. For a second, their eyes lock, his gaze exhausted. Then he spits blood into a bucket and turns away. Emilia watches the boys fight. "Why do they do it?" "Same reason anyone does anything." Jamie shrugs. "No choice." Jamie begins again. "You know the legend? They say Muay Thai began when a prince fought his way out of an ambush with just his hands and feet. Survival, not sport." He gestures to the betting men. "Now look at it, kids bleeding so foreigners can bet on them." As the fight ends, Emilia sees another 2 young boys preparing to enter the ring. She feels sick. Jamie nudges her. "You're white as a ghost. Need some air?" She nods. They slip out the back door where the alley dumps them into a quieter street. Above them, laundry hangs between buildings like faded flags. Jamie lights a cigarette. "Heavy stuff, huh?" Emilia watches the smoke curl above his head. "It's not fair." Nothing is, he exhales. But you don't want to hear that. She doesn't. The lesson isn't that life is unfair, that's too easy. It's that unfairness wears a face, and she felt helpless to do anything about it. Jamie crushes his cigarette under his heel. Come on, I know a place. He leads her up the fire escape 3 flights later, and they're on a rooftop cluttered with potted chili plants and a breathtaking view of the city sprawling for miles ahead. Jamie sits on the ledge, legs dangling. First time seeing something like that? Emilia nods. I've seen people struggle back home, but never to this extent. Full survival mode. The words taste strange in her mouth, like admitting something she'd always known but never voiced. That prince in your story, she continues, it wasn't about winning, it was about living through the night. The realization settles in her bones. The boys downstairs weren't warriors, they were survivors. An awkward silence settled. Jamie picks at the label on his bottle. Emilia notices immediately. Sorry, I didn't mean to get so deep. It's all right, he interrupts, flashing that lopsided grin. Sometimes it's good to hear, he gestures vaguely with his cigarette, you know, perspective. The tension breaks. Ironically, I've also never felt a place so alive before. The air's literally buzzing. Jamie laughs, ash tumbling from his cigarette. Haha, that's true. He leans back on his palms. It's what initially attracted me here. I'm from this tiny English village where the most exciting thing was Mrs. Henderson's prized turnips. He stubs out the cigarette. All right, let's eat. I know a place that'll melt your face off. The mall hits Emilia like a spaceship landing. 10 floors of screaming neon and escalators that seem to move sideways. This seems excessive, she shouts over the chaos. Jamie steers her into a restaurant where the steam smells like sesame oil and chili fire. The soup curry arrives volcanic, floating with crispy shallots and bean sprouts. The first spoonful makes her eyes water. Coconut sweetness and then a slow building heat that spreads through her chest as she coughs a few times, trying to hide it. I've never had anything like this, she says, and Jamie beams like he's personally responsible. They talk over sticky rice and sing a beer as Jamie recounts his failed tattoo apprenticeship. Thai mobsters run all the good shops, miming how he accidentally inked a dolphin onto someone's bicep that looked more like a sad cashew. Emilia laughs so hard that rice comes out of her nose. Their conversation continued to flow easily, and it isn't until they're 3 blocks away and dodging hawkers selling glowing phone cases before Emilia freezes. Oh my god, we forgot to pay. They spin toward the mall, but it's a glittering maze now, swallowing tourists whole. Jamie runs a hand through his hair. I'll go back tomorrow. They retreat to the hostel rooftop, where the smells of chlorine and lemongrass waft from the spa. As they sink into it, the absurdity hits in waves. We literally committed soup theft, Emilia groans, pressing her hands to her face in an attempt to hide her embarrassment. Jamie stretches his arms along the edge of the spa, the water rippling with his movement. Look at it this way, he says, eyes gleaming with mischief. We didn't steal soup. We performed an unplanned taste test. Quality control for the masses. They should be thanking us. Emilia peeks through her fingers, the steam from the spa curling around her flushed cheeks. That's the worst justification I've ever heard. Ah, but it is a justification. He swirls a foot through the water. Just then, a firework explodes over the city, painting his face in fleeting gold before the light fades back to blue. When he speaks again, his voice carries a quiet wisdom beneath the humor. Guilt's like those chili flakes in your curry, Emilia. A little bit gives good flavor, but too much? He makes an exaggerated choking sound, burns the tongue and steals all enjoyment. I'll go back tomorrow and pay them, don't worry. Emilia lowers her hands, the tension in her shoulders easing. Thanks, she murmurs. I'd hate to have to add soup thief to my resume. A chuckle escapes her lips, half relief, half disbelief, as she finally meets his eyes. Jamie grins. raising an imaginary glass, to new experiences, both culinary and criminal. Damn, Jamie says, eyeing her drooping eyelids. I've seen night market fish less exhausted than you. Emilia rubs her eyes, releasing a silent yawn. It's been a day, her words slurring into the humid air. It sure has, Jamie laughs as he stretches and cracks his neck from both sides. You know, I was impressed that you didn't even flinch when that cockroach flew into your hair. Well, it's not my first cockroach, Emilia replies. Now, if it was a spider, you would have seen an entirely different response. Haha, that'd be a vision. I'll have to organize it. The air shifts suddenly, a breeze that smells inexplicably of sun-warmed grapes and Tuscan earth. Jamie sniffs. Weird, you smell that? Emilia's head snaps up. She turns around to see the mist from the spa transform into a dense fog. Jamie, she whispers, eyes widening. He reaches out just as the spa lights flicker. The water ripples without cause, between one breath and the next. She's simply gone. Jamie's hand closes around empty air. Emilia? Emilia's reply never comes. A gasp tears from Emilia's throat as she wakes up to the feeling of the cool earth beneath her surface. Her eyes fly wide open. Above her, the mysterious vine stretches towards the moon, its leaves shimmering with unnatural silver. The same vine she'd planted yesterday. What had just happened? Her head still throbbing, fragments of images swirling. Was it a dream? How could it have been so vivid? Mamma mia, she whispered, removing the damp soil from her clothes as she rose and staggered to her feet. In a daze, she stumbled back to the cottage and fell into her bed. Without bothering to change her clothes, Emilia buried her face into the pillow as sleep pulls her under. Thank you for joining me in the Calm Portal. The portal to calm is always within you.